All right, here we are. So, welcome to Archery Northwest channel. We're in Nampa, Idaho at Endless Archery, and they are hosting a 3D open buckle shoot. So, get ready. They just started shooting their first in for score. This tournament started just after 9 a.m. And I'm here with Megan.
Hello. Good morning.
So we're gonna try to show as many shoots as we can around the Northwest, specifically Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. So we're in Nampa, Idaho today. This is Endless Archery and the 3D open buckle shoot, and we're very glad to be here. This is they had well over 50 archers pre-register for this. Now this is a unique archery shop in the fact that this is kind of the dream shop that everybody would want. Megan and I have 4 locations in Washington and Oregon, and none of ours are this size. This is a large steel building. It's I think nearly 30,000 square feet. We'll have Carl, the owner, sit down with us later this morning and talk about the building and everything, but it is a massive range, so you can shoot out to 60 yards in here. It has 26 or 27 lanes or something like that wide. They move all the target butts off to the side to set up for this 3D shoot, and during normal business hours they would have 20 yard, 30 yard, 40-yard bells, I think out to 60-yard bells. And then they also have a setup designated 3D side as well. So you can come in, pay $15 for the day, and shoot as much as you want at either 3Ds or at regular target butts. So, Megan, you want to go over some of the things for the shoot that there is going to be happening?
You bet. So this is going to be a 2-day shoot. Each first place individual from each division will get a silversmith custom buckle from Molly's, which we use Molly's for our Archery World Classic, and
same
that's
company.
a good quality custom buckle, so that's exciting. Tonight they're going to have a smoker round that we will go live for at 5 p.m. In order, it looks like they have multiple divisions, and in order for these divisions to qualify, they need to have a certain number of individuals. So in this case, I believe it needs to have 3 or more individuals in order to have a first place and receive the buckle. So the various divisions are men's and women's open freestyle, the NFAA bow hunter, the bow hunter outlaw, and traditional. They also have senior 50 plus in those same divisions. So the open freestyle, the NFAA bow hunter, the bow hunter outlaw, and the traditional. They have master senior, which is 65 years or older, in those same divisions. They have youth, boys and girls, and that's going to be from 14 to 17 years old. They have open division, which is going to be typically compounds with mover sights. They have a bow hunter, which again is typically compounds but fixed sights. So I don't know in this particular division if they're allowing mover sights, but typically it's shorter stabilizers, and a lot of times it's fixed pin sights, so there's no adjusting your sights while they're shooting. They also have a cubs, boys and girls, and that's going to be ages 10 through 13. They have chicks, just the baby chicks, which are 7 through 9, and then they have the peewees, which are 6 and under, and they can either be assisted with parental help or unassisted if they're confident in what they are doing. So it looks like we are set for a pretty fantastic day today. I'm going to show you more of the view that we have from the booth. And as you can see, there are a number of individuals. We're just getting started. So we'll have some more close-ups. We'll get some interviews with individual shooters and see what's new and exciting coming their way. And we are just excited to be here today. All right. So we are live here with Carl, the owner of Endless Archery. Carl, thanks for being here. So what can you tell us about this shoot as far as, how you got started with this shoot, what made you decide to do it, how long it's been going on?
Yeah, so this shoot, this is our second year with this shoot. Last year, we had a good turnout last year. This year, we're actually up a little bit from last year on our numbers, which is always good. We've just tried to put together different shoots throughout the year that, this being one of our big 3D tournaments for the year
Awesome.
that we like to put on. We've really gone based off of NFAA divisions, and we've actually thrown an outlaw class in there for those that use some of that stuff that's not necessarily in like bow hunter class, but you can still use for hunting in Idaho.
Gotcha. So the outlaw would be like maybe someone shooting a shorter stabilizer, but maybe a fixed mover sight or a fixed,
Correct,
or
yeah.
I'm sorry, a mover sight,
Yep.
not a fixed. But
Yep. So that allows them to use what they use for hunting in Idaho, but still be able to come and compete, even though it may not be NFAA based off NFAA rules for the bow.
that's great. Makes it pretty fun. I bet you have a number of individuals that sign up in that division.
We do. Here in Idaho, we actually have seen that the outlaw classes have been some of the bigger classes that they have. And so being able to have those shooters in here, not necessarily narrowing it down to just turnouts.
That's great. Tell me a little bit about this facility. We were mentioning earlier that this is, pretty much every shop owner's dream facility. So how long out for the future?
Well, we obviously are the plans for the future to continue to grow. The more shooters we get in here, the more fun we get to have, which
Yeah.
makes it nice. So I did Endless Archery back in 2016 out of my garage, and so ended up expanding pretty quick in the garage, and we were fortunate enough to be able to build our facility that we have here from the ground up. Our total facility size here that we have is 30,000 square feet. 24,000 square feet of that being actual range. So we have 54 lanes out to 60 yards indoors that we can shoot in year round.
Lanes, that's pretty. Do you have any events coming up in the near future? Other shoots or?
We do. We actually have a couple other shoots coming. They're a little later in the year. We have one in October. We've got one in August. We have a 3D shoot. The 3D shoot in August is our Stars and Stripes tournament, which we really focus towards military.
Clear on the left, clear on the right.
Last year we actually gave away 2 fully guided hunts to military veterans, and so we really try to push that and get a lot of support in here for our military members.
That's great.
Yeah, and then we have a Halloween shoot coming up in October as well, so we'll have a lot of fun
Awesome.
with that one also.
That sounds great. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Feel free to come in and check in with us throughout the day. There's as well.
Yep. 5 o'clock, we got a smoke around, 10 targets, $10 entry fee, and then we'll be doing the payout on that smoke around, and we'll see who ends up with an arrow at the end.
Cool. And if someone wasn't able to shoot this weekend but could make it to the smoker round, are they able to
Absolutely.
drop in and?
Yep. Anybody that'd like to come out to the smoke is more than welcome to come out and shoot it. It's open for anybody, even if you haven't shot the tournament today, and today and tomorrow also. If you can't make one or the other, you can still come and do at least one day shooting.
Oh, great.
So-
So yeah, if you can't compete for the buckle, if you will, you could still come and have fun just shooting. So
Absolutely.
here they do have 1 and 2 day pricing. So we're
Megan.
excited to see the shoot and excited to hear some arrows crunching. Maybe how many are a target at the same time? Is it 2 shooters or 3 shooters?
We have it set right now to where we have it no more than 5 per lane. You can
Gotcha.
have less, but we want at least 2 on a lane, but no more than 5. So it keeps everything pretty evened out.
Sweet.
So it keeps things moving pretty good.
Good. Okay, well, we look forward to seeing the rest of the day, and again, thanks for putting this on.
Awesome. Thanks, Megan.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
So Carl come and sit down with us. It looks like right now, sorry, I have to stand up to see over my monitors because they're massive. But we're just checking out, getting some feedback that things are coming through. You know how it is with internet service and making sure that the feeds are coming through and it's not all jarbled and stuff. But I thought that was really cool, this outlaw division that Carl brought up. I think that's a different division that's maybe not the NFAA style, but allows people to use that mix of shorter stabilizers, but still the mover sights. So the advantage to the mover sights, for those who aren't familiar, is when you walk up to the target stake, they have the distance, or you can use your rangefinder to determine the distance of the target. If you determine that the target is, let's say, 45 yards, if you were using a fixed pin sight, most likely if you're using a fixed pin sight, you would have your pins either set to, if you had 3 pins, 20, 35, and 50, some 20, 30, 40, just depending on, kind of the speed of your bow, how flat you're shooting. But if you're shooting and you're shooting, most likely you have to kind of gap shoot. So you could not put your pin actually on. You have to either pin high and, or put the pin lower. If you have a mover sight, which you're allowed to have then in this outlaw division, you could actually dial your sight to exactly 45 yards, and then you can aim on point. So you can actually put your pin on the target at 45 yards. And so that is a real advantage, and it gives bow hunters the opportunity to then, practice as they would in a hunting situation. So I like that division a lot. So looks like I've got a couple of shooters out here in front of me. Not sure if they're taking a break or what. Oh, it looks like there's just a few more shooters on the line, and then they're going to go pull their arrows. So like we mentioned earlier, we are here at Endless Archery. And Endless Archery is here in Nampa, Idaho. They have a pro shop as well as this beautiful Carl, the owner, mentioned, I believe they have 54 lanes at 60 yards, which is awesome. So let's check in. It looks like they are about ready to go down and pull. You can see some of the targets there, a nice buffalo, a couple of sometimes if anyone familiar with talking live on video, sometimes you're at a loss for words. And the easiest words just come to your brain, like dinosaur. Well, welcome back, Joe.
I don't know what I'm walking into here, but so.
Well, you had just zoomed into some of those targets, and there was a buffalo down there. Was that I couldn't. A dinosaur.
Oh, okay, yeah. And they've got a crocodile too, so that's a pretty cool target as well. So I'm gonna get another camera set, and do some of animals, and we just were doing a quick bow repair or helping with that out while Carl was over here and double everything's going on and going from there. So hopefully everything's streaming right. And see there's some kind of glitch or delay, feel free to let us know. We'll try to work through it as we're broadcasting here and going from there. So we'll double check everything that we got. We're hardwired to everything, but
so we just want to remind you that we are Archery Northwest, and our goal is to go to various archery clubs and archery shops.
Yep.
See, there's that word again.
all the different events around the Northwest. So there's clubs, there's manufacturers, there's professional archers, there's amateur, near or at pro level archers that we'll interview throughout the year as well. We're going to try to hit as many shops and clubs as we can. We're splitting forces, so we have a group of people that are helping us in the Washington area, Oregon area. So they're going to try to get to some shoots. We're going to try to get to some in western Idaho, eastern Idaho. We're going to try to do eastern Washington and eastern Oregon as well. So this is a pretty good turnout here. So we'll talk to Carl and find out how many archers that there are here. But it's pretty neat to see everybody here getting ready to shoot their next scoring in. And again, like Megan said, there's a smoker round this afternoon, and how that smoker round works is that they take turns picking different spots and shots through the foliage that's there and making the shots and the angles really hard and scoring the round. So I'm not sure how many people that are signed up for that yet. Throughout the day, people will probably be signing up for that. So at 5 o'clock, the people will start that smoker round. So it's a one arrow tournament, meaning you have one arrow. If something happens to that arrow, if it breaks, if you miss, or and you can't shoot it in again, then you're just out. So it's a one arrow game. So it's kind of like we always say, slung what you brung. So if you lose an arrow, you're just out of that smoker round.
So as Carl mentioned earlier when he sat down with us, you can come down and just shoot that smoker round. So if you are unable to make it to the full shoot today or make it to the full shoot tomorrow, but you want to have fun with that one arrow, come down to the smoker round. It's $10. And that starts at 5 o'clock. So $10, 5 o'clock, smoker round tonight. Bring your bow and come get to shoot this great range here at Endless Archery.
All right, I'm going to set up another camera angle so that we can try to get a few shots on target here from the different archers, and then go from there. So Megan's got it from here for a little bit. Again, chat, let us know what you think. give us some comments, so, corrective criticism, we'll try to keep doing what we're doing if they're great comments. So just let us know and we'll adjust as we go.
Yeah, so, I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but Joe's done some live feed and commentating at our Archery World Classic. We hold up in the first full weekend of December. This is the first time that I will have done like a sit-down meeting and operating this switchboard, going back and forth to various camera angles and so forth. So, just be patient with us. We will continue to grow and get better. We're here, just trying to have some archery that you wouldn't get a chance to see if we weren't trying to do this. So, I think back that everyone starts at a certain place and only go up from here is the way I see it. So we're gonna get back on here and let us know if you see someone that we need to say hi to. Put their name in the chat, and if you want to have us do an interview with somebody that you see out here, holler. We can go get them as well. So keep our eyes open. As I'm watching here, it's just fun to see the camaraderie, the friendships that are made through archery. It's super great. I mean, there's accountants, there's all sorts of different, I don't know why I just focused on accountants, but there's just all sorts of different personalities, different job that people have. And just people that just would not connect probably any other way other than through archery. And I just love that you get to interact with such good people. So
Clear on the right.
Joe will continue to get different camera angles. We'll continue to check out and maybe go up and do some live interviews with people. I'm hoping that he could take. We're a little bit limited here as far as cord length. So this is one of those things that we have to come to figure out and learn how to get better at. That is, having the cameras wirelessly connected maybe to our switchboard so that we could walk down range and, interview people specifically. But like I said, that is one of those things that we're going to continue to learn, continue to do better, and you just got to stay with us and see as we grow and as we get better. So if there are any shoots that you are putting on, or your club or your shop is putting on, that you would like to maybe have Archery Northwest come out and either do a live feed or promote in some way, shape, or form, don't hesitate to give us a little chat here, so that we can connect with you and maybe come support your event. So I see Brent, and I wish I knew what totes was. I don't know if that's a person or a team. Brent, maybe you can help us out there. So here we are getting a nice span of what is going on here. We got some youngsters, we got some older, I'm not going to say old, just older. What you can see is these little white markers here in front where the shooters are, and that says the target number. So as they are looking out, say the target number, and then it'll say to that target. So oftentimes when you are shooting on a range, your target number is directly in front of you. When you're shooting these 3D tournaments, you may be standing on the left side of the range, and your target that you're shooting at could be on the very right back corner of the target, or of the range, I should say. So you're looking for what target number you're standing in front of. Look down range and find the orange target number listed. So now this is something that you rarely see on archery jerseys, are non-archery sponsors. So it's pretty cool that Endless Archery, it looks like maybe their S3DA team, is sponsored by Les Schwab tires. So that's pretty awesome that the local community tire shop is getting involved in helping to support these younger archers in this event that they enjoy.
You go where you want, I'll move around.
You're good.
As long as I don't trip you.
All right, so yesterday I had the opportunity to meet Stephanie Fieldstad. Her daughter shoots here at Endless Archery, and she has has created a website, Living Her Dreams. And this is livingherdreams.com. This is a website where you can subscribe, and you can see an Google Calendar of all the archery events, local, international, that are going on any given day. As her daughter has become more involved in archery, she was finding it challenging to kind of plan their calendar and figure out what shoots they were going to go to throughout the year. So she has created this. Again, livingherdreams.com. I believe it's a $5 a month subscription, and you have access to the Google Calendar that then shows events from all over the world. In each event, she has descriptions of the shoot, where to register, and it's a great idea. So she's adding shoots daily to this calendar. So it's definitely something, as an archery parent, as an archery enthusiast, if you're someone who is out looking for potentially more shoots to do throughout the year, this may be a great subscription to have for $5 a month. So check her out, and check out her website again, livingherdreams.com. So seeing a lot of familiar faces that were at the Nampa Bow Chiefs indoor 3D shoot as well. So that's kind of fun to see. But as we zoom in, there's a target 23. Looks pretty mean.
Clear on the right, clear on the left, score 'em.
So you may have just heard the announcer say clear on the left, clear on the right, score 'em. This individual is sitting up in a scissor lift, I guess is what they're called, and he's sitting up high so that he can see everyone on the shooting lane, to ensure that no one is still standing and still shooting. At that point, he says the clear on the left, clear on the right, and then pull them. He's the kind of the range safety officer for the day, and we are going down range now and getting some closer shots. Is that a frog? Notice this guy's beating in the belly of that frog. The thing that's pretty cool is a lot of these targets have replaceable center cores. So the area that gets shot up the most, you could remove and then order just a core to replace. 3D targets are not cheap. So, I'd say roughly, you're looking at 300. You can get some of the smaller ones for under that. But $300 and up, and there you can see on that dinosaur, that oval shape, that would be able to be replaced. So once it gets shot up to the point where you cannot see the scoring rings anymore, or make sense of anything there, then you could remove it, order a new piece, and stuff it back in there. So that's significantly cheaper than having to replace that whole target. So this is target 18. Looks like we have gone downrange and kind of zoomed in there. Someone's getting an eye as to where scoring rings are on that target so they know where to aim. So archers have to stay behind the shooting line while people are downrange.
Turn right, turn left, shoot 'em.
All right, so we've just gone hot. We will kind of see these shooters getting ready. So in the red here, you're going to see him. He is on target 18. So we will watch him shoot, and then we'll be able to kind of see where his arrow ends up. Okay, so let's see. So that first shot here, just a little bit low. So it sounds like we've got some individuals who are coming up, and family members are watching from various spots throughout the U.S., which is great. Thank you for watching. And as you have questions, feel free to
What's this streaming on?
feel free to ask us,
What's this
and
streaming?
to try to answer those as much as possible. So right now, we mentioned that there are various divisions. So the divisions are separated by age groups. So they start as little as 6 and under. So anyone who is 6 and under will be competing against one another, and that is the Pee-wee division is what it's called. So the Pee-wees will shoot, and oftentimes they'll be going around with parents to keep them, safe and help them learn the ropes as far as how to shoot a tournament like this.
Yeah. The Pee-wees will shoot distance that they shoot. So they shoot from all the adult stakes. They shoot from the same shoot at designated by a different color. And in this case, if you look downrange and you see the numbers or the yellow numbers, well, that's what the Pee-wees from the orange. So if you look at like the they're at the distance, but the youth shoot at the raccoon and the adults shoot at the same distance in this particular target at the skunk. So that's a way to indicate at what.
And am I right, Joe, that looks like it's maybe, does that say target 1?
Yeah.
And it's target 8 for the youth.
Yes.
So they could be standing at different stakes.
It's
aiming
likely they're
at
side
that.
by side shooting, like the target 1 may be the same target as target 8, youth designated. And I'll go up and I'll film those targets because the distances are known here.
Yes.
So they write the distances on a little whiteboard, and they have that at the shooting stake. So I'll show you one that has the youth and the adult stakes together, and then
Okay.
we'll look downrange and see
where those
what
targets
those targets are, so you have a better understanding.
Yeah, so that'd be. I'll continue to discuss, some of the different divisions. So youth that are 7 to 9, they will shoot against each other, boys and girls together, and those are called the chicks. So 7 to 9-year-olds compete against each other. Then 10 to 13-year-olds are the cubs, and they have two different divisions in the cub division. You can be the open division, which again, open division allows you to have long stabilizers, mover sights, pretty much any type of equipment that you want to use. Then there's the bow hunter division, and in the bow hunter division, it is more restricted as far as the kind of equipment that you can use. Then the 14 to 17-year-olds, 14 to 17 are the youth, and they have the open division as well, a bow hunter division, and then they add a traditional division. So traditional is going to be your stick and string, the good old recurve, often no sights, so traditional would be an added division in the youth 14 to 17. After the youth, you have the men's and women's. Just 18 to 49-year-olds are all going to shoot together. So often those are going to be the largest divisions. NFAA Open Freestyle. So follow the association lines for Open Freestyle division. With that, you're going to see individuals that have, again, long stabilizers that are going to have sights that you can dial in to specific yardages. Then we have the NFAA bow hunter. Again, the NFAA bow hunter is going to have no stabilizers longer than 12 inches. It will have fixed sights, so fixed pin sights. That may be a single pin, it might be pins, it might all have but they are not allowed to make adjustments to their sights once the tournament has begun. Then there's the bow hunter outlaw division. This is the fun division that allows archers and hunters, maybe their hunting setups, that's going to combine a bow hunter with a stabilizer, short stabilizers, and then a fixed or a mover pin sight, So it would give you the option to have a single pin mover sight, again, where you could dial in to the specific yardage that you are aiming at. The last division in the men's and women's is going to be the traditional, again, stick and string, recurve, longbow, no sights. And then they break it down into seniors as well, and that's going to be your 50 plus, and then master senior, which is going to be 65 and older. So those are the different divisions that they have separated here at the Endless Archery 3D Open Buckle Shoot. In order to make a division, you do need to have at least individuals in your. Don't have the individuals in your specific group, then you're going to get put in respective division. For example, if there are only two master senior men, so only two men that are over 65, they may be down into the senior to shoot with others that are 50 years or older. So here we are now at
Looks like a wildebeest.
a wildebeest.
And it was, I think it was in the 50-yard range, 53 yards or something like that.
Okay.
There's just 2 adults on this stake. And that's a money dot, and he just hit it.
Oh, nice.
So
is
he's
it
gonna-
in the ring or it's just in the
I
dot?
can't tell if from this angle if that's in the ring. It has to be inside of a metal ring they put on there.
Gotcha.
If it hits the paper, that's great because it's showing that he's shooting really accurate. But in this case, if he shoots inside of that ring, he'll qualify. That hits that today, which is not an easy shot. That's only about a 1.5-inch dot.
So let's see.
Here's his partner.
Ooh.
Oh, he's solid in it or right at it too.
Yeah, that's
so they
a
both
jar
slam
looker
that
for
target.
sure.
Yeah.
Good shooting.
Yeah, so if they both hit that dot, they'll sign a piece of paper that's down there that shows that they did hit it and it was certified. They'll put a new sticker dot on there, and then what they'll do is at the end of the day, everyone that hit that dot will shoot for the total money that was sponsored for that. So
Gotcha.
let's say it's sponsored for $100. What happens is that if 4 people hit it, then all 4 will shoot off one arrow closest to center on that a new or the same target this afternoon, and the winner takes all. So if
Is
that's,
that how they?
yeah, I believe so. That's how
They
they did
do
it at Nampa Bow Chiefs. I assume they're going to do it the same way here. It's just a winner take all dot.
Gotcha. Because in some locations, right, they will just split the money. They won't necessarily do a shoot off. They'll just split it among the 4 people that hit the dot.
Yeah.
So that's something that we'll figure out.
Yeah, we'll clarify with Carl on if they're splitting or if it's winner take all dot.
Joe, why don't you go see if you could maybe talk to those individuals
You bet.
there at that shot those awesome shots at the wildebeest.
All right, we're going to sneak up here, talk to these guys, get them off the line. There's going to be a minute before. Hey, I'll get you guys a step back here real quick. And then, so, I want you here. Now, we're going to talk to you. You both slam that dot. I can't tell if you're in a ring or not, but it looks like you both hit it. So that's some good shooting. And what was that, 51 yards?
Right.
And that, what categories are you guys shooting?
Bow hunter.
Both shooting bow hunter. So that's just pins, no magnification, short stabilizer. So we got looks like a chill R.
Matthew's shooting, I'm shooting a prime inline 5.
Nice. Well, that's good shooting. Hopefully you hit it. Is there the dot?
I didn't walk up to it. I was like, I'm shooting the orange dot anyway. So
Right. So that's good. So do you know if the pot is split for everybody hits or if it's a winner take all shoot off?
Shut off. I don't know yet. This
Where are you guys from?
is Boise.
Boise? All right, nice. Well, say hi to whoever you want to. It's live on the YouTube. And so good shooting, guys. We just wanted to say thanks. We were zoomed in on that target, and then you just kind of stuck them right next to each other, so that's good. So,
Thank you.
you bet. Thanks.
So there's the target that they shot. I am anxious to see, and what we'll probably do is I'll probably send Joe down range. I don't know if we'll be able to get the camera to go down at that point, but I'll have him walk down just to confirm whether or not those were true money dots or if they were just in the highest scoring ring. So yeah, that is super fun. Just kind of panning out and seeing we got a few shooters still on the line. One thing that I did want to mention is what they try and do is have a minimum, and Carl mentioned this earlier, but they have a minimum of 2 shooters on each target. That way they can ensure that they are scoring correctly and somebody is, verifying the score. They can have up to 5 shooters on a specific target, just based on the number of shooters that are shooting here. So they do that so that, everyone can be shooting not at the quote unquote same time, but that they are not having to just sit around and not shoot each end. And an end is a specific round of shooting. So let's go see. I'm going to send Joe downrange and see if those actually hit the money dot or not. No, you don't need to film it. Just go look. All right. So we'll welcome Carl back here. Carl, how are things going?
Things are going really good, running really smooth.
All right.
And,
Megan,
everybody seems to
if
be having a good time. So
I'm
lots
going
of
to
good shooting
follow
happening.
downrange here to
Okay,
see
so it looks like
if that wildebeest, both of them hit that dot. So we're going to take a look at it. Looks like they're pulling out a sheet of paper that want to be a scoring official. Oh, and it looks like one is in and one is out. So there were
Green LEY.
those are
Okay.
both excellent shots, guys. Yep. So the orange dot is small. They both shoot an 11. It looks like, and one is just about a quarter inch out of the money dot, and one solid in there. So he winner take all this afternoon.
Okay, so they will do
Yeah,
a
so I think you're
shoot-off.
this afternoon will be where that target is sponsored for.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. I've got Carl here. So Carl, I guess you can confirm
And what you'll
that.
see here is this
Oh.
pretty common in east or western Idaho, is you'll usually see them stick the dot that he shot on a quiver, on a hat bill. We see them everywhere. So by the end of the tournament, you'll see a bunch of dots stuck everywhere
I love it.
because they're shooting the middle.
Awesome. All right. So let's see. So is that correct, Carl? So everyone that hits the money dot today will then shoot for closest to center, or we'll do
Yep.
a shoot off, and
Yeah,
then
so-
winner takes all.
Yep. So after the round is over today, then we'll pull everybody into the shot on that specific target that's hit that money dot, and we'll go into a closest to center takes all on those. Yep.
Awesome. And are these money dots sponsored by different?
We've actually had some anonymous sponsors.
Oh, cool.
Which is really cool. It's a lot of fun. We do have some other sponsors as well. We've had individuals who actually may even be shooting in the tournament donate through their businesses on that in the past.
Awesome.
In the past, we've had A&B Lock and Key. We've had Busted Shaft Knives. We've had Les Schwab. We've had lots of different sponsors.
So I was noticing Les Schwab on the back of, is it your S3DA team's jerseys?
We actually have a 3DA team right now.
Okay.
Club team
Okay.
with, and Les Schwab is one of our main supporters for our youth program, which right now on the books we've got about 35 kids.
Wow, that
on
is
our youth
awesome.
team. Yeah.
That is great. And I mean, I was mentioning earlier, it's just rare to see a non-sponsor. And I just think that's great that you guys have kind of reached out to the community and said, hey, we've got these youth. Let's help them do something that they're into
Yes,
instead of
absolutely.
just, baseball or a soccer team or something like
Right.
that. And I think it'd be nice to see more archery shops and youth teams to be
Absolutely.
sponsors, because I think more people would be willing to do it than we think.
Absolutely. I mean, we go around and we talk to a lot of different companies in the community, and a lot of them don't know a whole lot about archery, but they like the idea of having youth programs, being able to get their name out as sponsors on targets, and so being able to be part of the community has made a big difference for us. We have multiple banners hanging on our wall from different companies that we're doing stuff with. And so we get a lot of support from the community. And then with our youth program as well, we actually try to set up service projects in the community for the kids to get out and be a part of as well.
That is great. That is awesome. So here we're looking at a little skunk. This is a pretty close shot here.
Yep,
Looks like two scoring 11s there.
Yep. Yeah, this target, I believe, set right at 3 yards. So it's quite the angle shooting down and then up close by your feet. So it's a fun one to shoot.
I love that they're rummaging through the trash too. That's a well set up target. The other side, oh man, he smoked that one in there as well.
That was a great shot. Yeah, we like to create good scenarios and just fun scenes with the targets, and if we can get a laugh out of a few people, and we feel we've done a good job.
So what is it on the other side there? A raccoon.
It's a raccoon
and a skunk getting into the trash.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've
I
got our
love
skunk and our little trash panda.
So this is an example here where the adults would be standing at target 15 or
Correct.
lane 15 and shooting that skunk, but the youth would be
Our chicks, our peewees, and our cubs shoot the green number, so they shoot every other target.
okay.
And so they are shooting only every other station, and this is one of their stations. With it being an odd number, they're shooting on that.
Gotcha. So
that's their number.
They're
8 target.
standing on number 15 as well, but it's their number 8 target.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Our chicks and our peewees shoot 15 targets. Our cubs shoot 30, and then our youth and adults all shoot 30 as well.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, it looks like the line is clearing out. Looks like we just have a few more shooters to finish up this line, and then they'll go down range and pull.
Yep. They'll get to go down and check those arrows and hopefully come back with smiles on their faces for shooting some good scores.
Awesome. Carl, who do you have calling the line today on the scissor lift?
Yeah, so we have Dana Dumond, who is calling. He's actually called multiple tournaments for us. Dana has been in the archery community and industry for decades, not only as a shooter and a competitor, but just as a great ambassador for archery. So
Cool.
he's a great guy. He's one of our coaches here as well with our youth program, and does a great job for us up there on the lift, calling, making sure everybody stays safe and things are running well on the range.
It's excellent. I wish we could get we'll get a camera angle of
We'll see if we can get him to smile.
Yeah,
up there.
exactly. I got a smile out of him earlier. Yeah, but yeah, he's pretty great, and he does a good job. He may be in the Master Senior Division if he was shooting.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, he'd
so
be in the
he
Master
has
Senior.
been in decades, because we're talking
Yes.
65 plus. So good job.
Yes. No, he's amazing, and a lot of the kids, kind of wonder how well Dana shoots, and it's pretty fun to watch him pull his bow out and, have some fun with the kids
Yeah,
and
that's
see
cool.
him bring out some of his expertise. So
Awesome. Well, good. So, any idea how far along or how many targets people have shot?
I
haven't
want to
been-
say I think we're about 6 or 7 targets in.
Okay.
And we'll take after 15 targets, we'll take a break, let people get lunch and get some food, and then after about a half hour, 40 minutes, second half, and
Oh.
we don't have any hangry people out here.
Be me included. So, no, that's great. What a great idea. Well, excellent. We'll see. Looks like we're still waiting to call those skunks here.
Turn right.
Oh, yep.
Turn
I see
left.
the green flag up.
Yeah.
So,
Nope, it's been a great turnout too. I mean, we're sitting right about 87 shooters right now for the day.
Oh, great.
And so, Saturdays and Sundays, we have some one-day shooters here, and I'm sure we'll have some one-day shooters tomorrow. So that could
Excellent.
fluctuate a little bit, but no, good turnout, and good to see everybody out on a Saturday morning out here shooting.
well, yeah, and it's almost outdoor season,
Yes,
right? With
yeah.
the culmination of Vegas, oftentimes people put those indoor bows away and
Yes.
start getting.
Yep.
And although we're shooting indoors, we've got an outdoor feel, so that's pretty Pretty awesome.
It makes it nice having the distance and then the variety of being able to have targets set to, at those longer distances, over 30, 40 yards, being able to get some longer shots in. So it makes it nice.
I can tell you that personally, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this range, getting ready for some outdoor shoots, as this is just my second year shooting bare bow recurve. So
Okay,
I'll be going to Reading, trying to fling some at the 101. So
Good.
Getting some 60-yard practice in here will not be a bad thing for me. That's for sure. So I imagine, a lot of people in the area.
We like providing that here that and being.
Well, I didn't see how those scored on the skunk, but I think it was pretty clear all three of those were in.
Yep.
So now we're gonna take a look at this alligator, crocodile.
Yeah, we've got crocodile out there. He's
mean.
almost. I'd probably say he's probably close to a good 10, 11 feet long, and comes from that company Wild Crete out of South Africa.
Oh, okay, and they are there at Reading with their targets?
Yep, they're there at Reading. Yep, so we're trying to incorporate a lot of their targets into our stuff. We've got a lot of their African animals. We're looking at getting some more of their animals in.
Awesome.
And then as they come out with some North American animals, we'll get those in as well. We've really enjoyed having them in here, and they hold up really, really well.
They're quality targets, aren't they?
Very, very good quality targets.
Yeah, we have a couple of them as well. And this does not have a replaceable core, is that correct?
The croc does not have a replaceable core. The great thing about that croc is he's got multiple different shooting spots on him.
Oh, cool.
So you can shoot him from the side, or if you're in an elevated position, you can actually shoot down in their spots on the back. And then as well, he told us that basically he's never had anybody shoot them out yet. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Targets as well. I think we got like a wild boar last year. So, yeah. So here the gentleman in the black is shooting, and honestly don't know what scoring ring is on this.
He's actually right there. So
is he okay?
That scoring ring is just. I mean, it's the inside of the 11 is touching the left side of that black stripe that he's on.
Gotcha.
If anything, he might be just a tad. He might be on the top. I'm probably pretty close to assuming he's being right at the top of the 11 on that one.
Okay.
So, yep.
That's fun. Well, let's see who's up next. Lefty there.
So this gentleman shooting, Mr. Jason Banner, is a great shot. He's been in the community quite a bit as well. So it looks like another great shot as well.
Okay. Yeah, those two arrows are pretty much touching. And so you can see just to the left of the gentleman there was shooting that raccoon, or not the raccoon, sorry, the skunk, and you could see that angle that he was shooting downhill. Yeah. It was pretty fantastic. So we've got another shooter here. So
another good solid shot. And that crocodile, I believe, is right out at about 32, 33 yards.
Gotcha. So I just think for me, I'm an orange dot shooter, right?
Yes.
I'm not into, I don't shoot a lot of these 3Ds unless they have an orange dot on them. So my aiming reference, I would have to always go second or third. But do they rotate? Is that one of the rules? Is that they need to rotate shooters?
Yeah, typically what will happen is you'll have your cards stacked, your scorecard stacked. Everybody will shoot through that order, and then when you get back to that top stack, and then the next person will be first, and you just kind of keep rotating through. So that way one person doesn't, always have to end up going first, and basically creating a shooting point for everybody else to shoot. So
Nice
kinda
aiming
keeps,
reference.
Yep. Yeah. It's kind of a little bit more of a level.
Awesome. So I was noticing, there's different styles when you shoot a down shot. Like we just pan off of there, but some of the spectators may have seen.
Yeah, you can see that severe shot we just panned through.
Yeah, but the previous shooter, I believe it's one of the Fords, but he drew, straight level, and then, so he was straight level, and then he went and
Really hinged at the waist.
the waist, and so there's some pros and cons. Obviously, everybody's a little bit different as far as how they, choose to do that.
Yep.
My concept is if you're drawing level, you're keeping that same aim point. And then
Right.
bending at the waist. Then
Yep. A lot of individuals some individuals will hinge at the hips to keep that once they've gotten anchored in, so that way when you're shooting an uphill or downhill shot, you're not pulling away from your anchor point. Other people, the biggest thing is making sure that you're keeping your shoulders level with your target and in line with your target. And so you want that, if you're shooting an uphill shot, you want that angle of your shoulders to be at that same angle as the target. And so for some people it's easier to hinge at the hips. Other people they'll draw straight back and just kind of lift up, or you'll draw back. You'll see a lot of professional shooters actually draw back on just above target.
Wow.
So just depends on the individual and how they've kind of trained shooting. But yeah, there's different ways that you can do.
So I think we're gonna go,
All right.
and Joe's gonna take over.
We're going to go down range now, and we're going to check out these guys that shot this croc. All right, guys, we're following you down. We filmed you shooting the croc. Everybody shot really good. How many? You got 3 on your target?
Yeah, I got 3 on the target.
Yep. And this is a hard target to shoot because it's you can't see the lines anywhere. So it looks like 111 and 2 10s. Who's the 11?
That man right there.
All right. And then where are you out of?
I'm out of Meridian, Idaho.
You shot at the Classic also, the Nampa Bochis Classic, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Awesome.
lost to the kid.
So, and by the kid, he's talking about Chris, yeah. So he's not here this weekend, but that was good. This croc is an awesome target. It's about 3 feet wide. We buy from the same company as well. And so, how about you guys? Where are you out of?
Meridian.
Meridian, what's your name?
Will.
Will. And is this your local shop? Kind of, sort of.
Split them. Yeah.
Good shot. I'm out of Boise.
Out of Boise?
Yep.
Awesome. And your name?
Ryan.
All right, so good shooting, by the way. That's a hard target. Even from 5 feet away, you can't see those rings. So you got to either know the spot already or take a good guess. So, yeah.
Well, maybe we can see
Absolutely.
their faces as they come instead of just their chests. So here they come off the line. And good shooting, gentlemen. So, yeah. Got some kids.
I have 2 of my own kids shooting. Kendall, who is 12, and Tyson, who is 7. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, we got a couple of my younger ones out here shooting. And we got a third one that's running around selling stuff from our goodie table. Our youth team actually puts on a bake sale at every one of our tournaments to raise for them,
Great.
So they're over there having some fun with that.
Okay, well, at the lunch break, maybe I'll have to check that out. I'm just going to put a shout out. It is February. Girl Scout cookies on sale here at Endless Archery.
They are. Yep.
So, you can come. Carl last night. They can be rung up with a card, so no need for cash, ladies and gentlemen. If you need your Girl Scout cookies, Endless Archery is your place.
Yeah. have them. We bought a whole bunch of them, and we turn around and just sell them for what we bought them for to help support some of our local Girl Scouts. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, we like to support the kids.
I wasn't sure if maybe one of your kiddos was selling Girl Scout cookies, or if, but in any event, it's great to support the Girl Scouts here, and especially to have these yummy cookies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, I got to be careful not to go to that end of the counter out front. So
oh, all right. So I'm gonna just kind of, we've got this little side view here, so we can see what we're seeing, which there's a lot going on for those who have never done a live feed. You know, this is a lot to take in when it's your first time, you know, pushing all these buttons, trying camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, turn on the mic, turn off the mic. So we appreciate the patience to those who are joining us and following along. And as we continue to get practice, we'll just keep getting better at
no,
this.
this is amazing. It's fun to see, fun to be a part of, and I appreciate what you and Joe are doing as far as getting the community more involved and letting them see what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I hope if nothing else, right, it either brings more people out to want to be a part of it, or even just to support whether through sponsorships or
Yeah.
whatever the case. So, yeah, I just think the Northwest has so many great shooters, such a good community of archers that we want to for sure represent that throughout the U.S. and
Yeah.
frankly the world.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, you know, Idaho's got some great shooters that have come out of Idaho. I mean, you look at Steve Anderson, Benton Christensen, Rio Wild, Lindsey Christensen, lots of great shooters from Idaho, and it's fun to see them.
That's fantastic. So there we have the man, the myth, the legend,
Here we go, Mr. Dana Dumond.
Dana. Let's see if we can get a little wave from Dana. I don't know. Let's get a little. There he is. Yep. And we got a smile too. Look at that. Talking about Carl. He's grumpy. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, right? No, Dana isn't.
Fantastic. Well, I know he helped out at the Colin, maybe the
Caldwell Indoor.
Caldwell door as well.
Yep.
So he definitely gets around and is willing to support the events and seems to enjoy doing it
Yeah.
too. So
Well, and it's been great too. I mean, you know, having Dana a part of the team, and you know, him and his connections in the industry and all the shooters, and you know, we've got shooters from the Nampa Bow Chiefs, we've got shooters from Treasure Valley Bow Hunters, we've got shooters from Black Canyon Bowmen, shooters from all out of different clubs here today. So it's fun to see people coming in from all over the area.
well, yeah. I mean, that's the way, you know, in our minds that it should be, right?
Right, absolutely.
You've got a shoot going on. There's obviously multiple archery shops here in the Treasure
Mm-hmm.
Valley, and it doesn't mean you can't come and shoot at another archery shops
Right,
tournament.
absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
think the more tournaments that are put on, the more practice people are able to have, and again, it just builds that camaraderie between individuals in this community, and
Yep.
you know, working together with whether it be clubs, you know, archery clubs or other shops, to ensure that tournaments aren't stacked on top of each other.
Right.
That, you know, everyone is supporting each other's is that's just shows good sportsmanship in the
Absolutely.
industry.
Yeah, there's a lot of collaboration, and I think the more collaboration that happens, the better things go. And being able to work with those individual groups is, you know, it really makes it really can help enhance the experience you have in the archery community around the area.
For sure. Well, it's definitely good to see, you know, so many individuals coming out. You know, one of my favorite things is I just saw here is, you know, in golf, you see people do their, kind of fake stroke as they're telling about their golf game. The same thing happens, obviously, in archery. Anytime someone wants to like explain, the shot,
Yep.
they're always, and then here I was,
Yep,
and they get it up here, and and then I was just shaking, and so you can almost tell what people are saying as you look around.
Yes, absolutely. You definitely know when somebody's starting to tell somebody about something because the hands automatically go up.
Here I was.
That's right.
Oh, it's fun. Well, good. So they're down scoring another set of targets.
Yeah, this little group here to the left with the kids. We've got a couple of little boys in there have hit multiple money dots, I believe, already, which has been fun to see them shoot.
Wow. And I know you've got the Pee Wee group, 6 and under.
We do.
Do you have 3 in that division, or did we?
I don't think we have 3 in that division this
Okay.
weekend. We have a lot of our churches at 7 to 9 range, and so
They'll bump up to that group.
yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. If we have 1 or 2 of them, we'll bump them up into that group, and a lot of times those kids are pretty well rounded.
Yeah, competitive no matter
Yes.
what.
Yeah.
So what is animal? Oh,
So this is a Wolverine,
nice.
and that Wolverine, we're probably trying to see where we're at here. I think that one's, it's a smaller target. It's got a bigger 11 ring. We've got that one out there, I think, around that 30-yard mark.
Gotcha.
So-
And is this a Reinhardt target or?
Here we've got Reinhardt's, and then we have the Wild Crete. We've done really well with the Reinhardt's and enjoy the Reinhardt targets.
Well, and it's just I was mentioning earlier that they do have the replaceable core, which
Correct.
does make it nice. So although
Yeah.
it's a large investment, maybe initially, cores are less expensive to replace. So
Right.
definitely makes it nice.
Yeah, it definitely, I think the ones that you have the trouble with the most are the turkeys because people like to shoot the heads on the turkeys and then you end up with targets with no heads on them.
No
so-
heads. Yep, we have experienced that multiple times. And our deers, for some reason, I guess you don't call them deers. Our deer, they antlers off as
Yeah.
opposed to.
Yeah, we find that out. We'll find holes through the antlers or we'll find antler tips laying on the ground out there. So,
Oh man! All right. So we got how many volunteers do you have on the range, keeping the range safe?
on the range right now, we have 3 volunteers.
Excellent.
So, yeah, we've got we have a few ladies out there helping. Throw a plug out. One of them's my mom, so we appreciate her. So,
Awesome.
Clear on the right,
it's been
clear
good.
on the left. Shoot 'em.
All right. So trying to figure out who is shooting this number 9 target. If it's the gentleman in the black. All right. Let's see if we can't. Not a badger. The
Yep.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I am good with my animals.
Hey, that's right. Badger and Wolverines, they're both ornery.
Let's see.
We should be seeing hopefully one hitting here pretty soon. maybe this gentleman here in the black.
Okay. Oh, okay. They're down low, so I do see now 2 arrows. I think there's that bright one, the yellow and white on the left, and then maybe there's one
Looks like there might be an orange and white one there down low, a little bit lower.
a little lower. Okay, so maybe
Yardage off on those ones. It's amazing when you have a marked yardage course in a tournament. Everybody sights their bows in a little differently, and with rangefinders and all that, rangefinders don't necessarily match up all the time, and so
absolutely.
if they haven't sighted into their own personal range, an exact distance, sometimes it can be hard at a tournament because you might be a little high depending on how you've sighted in.
So that brings me to the question: Are they able to use their own rangefinder then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. With it being a marked yardage, we mark the yardage out there. Doesn't bother us at all that people are using their rangefinders.
So that would help if you did sight in with your own rangefinder then.
Yep.
To if the yardage shows 32 and a half and your rangefinder's coming in at 34 and a half, then probably should shoot it for 34 and a half.
Yep, if you're sighted into your range, if you use your rangefinder on all your targets to sight in, I would definitely say, be shooting off of your rangefinder because you might end up low in a target or potentially missing.
All right. So we got some scope out. It seems like every time I go to one camera, we decide to cut to a new camera, or start moving. So I'm trying to avoid that and get off those so we aren't getting anyone sick at home.
No worries, no worries. Got a good out shooting. This is their first tournament they've ever shot in.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That is great. What a fun tournament to be your first tournament.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Kids always enjoy, with as far as paper, 3D. The kids, I think that their favorite part of the year is when we get to start shooting the 3D animals.
That would be my favorite part too. So. Got going over here? Oh, I guess they're just looking at scorecards a little bit.
We just kind of left Chris Reichert there. He's actually the president of Treasure Valley Bow Hunters, and they've actually come out in here and held their leagues out here in our shop, and we really enjoy working with the Treasure Valley Bow Hunters Club. They're a great club.
And where's Treasure Valley Bow Hunters?
So they're based out of Boise,
okay.
But they've got shooters all over the valley that support them. Kind of like Napa Bow Chiefs are down the road from us, and they've got club members from all over the valley as well. So the nice thing is you don't have to go too far, and you can be into it somewhere and be able to shoot.
Okay, so we're gonna go live to Joe, who is gonna walk down.
We're going down range to see how they shot this badger. Looks like a honey badger.
See, Joe thinks it's a badger too. Is that what
See
I
who's
said?
shooting on this target. All right, guys. So we got those shots. That was pretty cool. Hard. That's a hard one to shoot at. Where are you guys from?
We're actually from Parma, Idaho.
Parma, Idaho.
Yep.
Everybody together?
Good.
Family?
Yep.
All right. Awesome. What are your names?
So this is Mackenzie. This is Mackenzie. And I actually have another one. She's a chick. Her name's Paisley, and then this is my wife.
She's a chick.
Well, it's good to meet you guys. I'm glad you guys came down.
Thank you.
All right. Have fun.
All right, so they pulled that nice family out shooting together on. It's actually a beautiful Saturday here.
Absolutely gorgeous outside.
So, It is today.
Yes, it
I
does.
think
Absolutely.
we're in the 50s here in Nampa, so shining and
Yeah, no clouds, and it's just absolutely wonderful. I've had requests for a retractable roof in here too.
could you imagine? I mean, guys at home, look at this roof. Imagine. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar, but archery bow shops do not make a lot of money. I mean, you're not in it for the money, are you, Carl?
No, no, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, if I'm just in it to hopefully make a difference in people's experiences for archery
That's
and
right.
provide equipment, and as long as I can take care of the family, that's what matters.
Exactly. So I can't even imagine the amount of revenue that you would have to bring in to get a retractable roof on.
Yeah, every time. So yeah, I have one particular customer that he's always asking for a retractable roof, and I just have to laugh. So
Start a donation pot, something. That would be impressive. All right, so we got another camera here on a little baby bear, I guess.
yeah, so it looks like a walking bear out there. I think that bear is probably out there around 43, 44 yards.
That's solid.
So yeah, we've pushed that one out a little bit farther.
So those of you at home who are seeing this individual who just shot, see a bow pod that was a solid shot. So he had something dangling off of his bow. Some people would say, "Oh no, that's not good. You don't want to shoot with a bow
Yeah.
pod on." But these are
Right.
the new Matthews
Yep.
that come, and you can shoot with them on, which is a great
Right.
design. But most bow pods or things like that, you would
don't
want
want
to.
to shoot one.
Because they're attached to your limbs and can often cause you to shoot a little low
Yeah,
often, and
yeah.
they can make a horrible sound as well.
They can't make.
So Carl, how long did it take you guys to set up this range? Because normally you have bales. What, you have 15
Yeah,
lay-
our pro staff jump in and help, and we've actually had this completely cleared out, everything in about a half an hour. So when we get the team together, it happens quick. The setup's longer, but taking it down and moving everything out to get it ready to go for a tournament doesn't take too long to clear it out. It's just the setup for the tournament
For
itself
the
afterwards
tournament, yeah.
is longer.
Well, and the staging of the animals, it just is tournament, I imagine.
It really is. It gets a lot of see the from the team and helping design the course and where to put the foliage and where to get everything set up to make some good shots.
Well, you can see these guys are checking out how they shot that
Yeah,
bear.
it looks like they got 3 pretty good shots downrange.
No
there.
kidding.
Oh yeah, it looks like 2 almost dead
Smoking.
center.
Yep.
1 just a touch to the left. 3 very, very good shots.
So again, this is Archery Northwest, and we are live at Endless Archery at their 3D open buckle shoot here in Nampa, Idaho.
see this black bear that these three gentlemen shot. You guys tore it up, so that's good shooting. What was the distance? Roughly?
45 yards.
45. So that was the argument. It was a discrepancy on who thought what was what.
Yeah, we've messed up the distance a couple times.
Well, elevation looked pretty good on all of them, maybe 1 foot short, but you can't change that. And that's a hard target to shoot at when you're back that far. You know, you can't. The shadow from the tree is covering the kill too.
Yeah, just a blob.
Yep. And are you guys shooting freestyle or bow hunter?
I'm shooting bow hunter today. I'm an outlaw.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and the outlaw, describe that for any people that don't know what that is.
It's essentially Idaho bow hunting regulations, so you can have a slider sight, stabilizer light, doesn't matter, but you can't have any lenses.
Right, so no lenses, but you can move the sight. So it's what you take the tax into the Northwest Mount Challenge.
Yep.
It's a modified bow hunter freestyle.
Right.
Yep, and so obviously that's pretty common. I don't want to stop you guys, so I'll just kind of talk as we're doing that. But that outlaw category is becoming more popular because of the mountain challenges and the tack shoots, because it's hard to get out there and shoot 110-yard shots on the side of mountains and have a fixed pin sight. Right, and you're shooting for straight up bow hunter freestyle, right?
I am, yeah. So we're lucky that we have a 50-yard max today. But like that shot splitting between the 40 and 50 pins.
Right. That's perfect. So you guys tore it up, so that's good shooting. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, so as they walk back, getting ready for the next crew up here, and Joe's gonna maneuver to a new location. Right. So just heard an announcement that sounds like they're making some food outside. So when they do take a short lunch break, individuals here will have the opportunity to go out and order some
Clear on the
good
right.
grub.
Clear on the left. Shoot 'em.
Getting ready to shoot the next lane. All right, so we got live little turkey here.
Yep, same group of guys that we just got shooting the bear. They're shooting really good right now, and I don't. Hopefully, you caught what they were talking about. What happened is they're talking about kind of a new category. It's not officially adopted, but they call it the outlaw bow hunter
Right.
or the Outlaw division. So the Outlaw division is a modified version of Bowhunter Freestyle.
Right. We've been talking about that a little bit here.
Yeah. So you're seeing that more and more common, especially in the Northwest, because a lot of 3D tournaments and even hunting requires longer shots than normal because they're shooting at pronghorn, mule deer, elk, moose, and all those are going to be average on the 30 to 35 yard shots. But when they have a mover sight and they move it from target to target when they're shooting an indoor shoot for practice, that changes the division that they would classically be in. So if you have a Bowhunter Freestyle, you're not allowed to move the pins, but in the modified version or the Outlaw version, they can move the sight. They just can't have a magnified lens in there. That's what a lot of
Okay.
people shoot with in the Northwest.
Gotcha. So, so they still cannot have the magnified lens that an open or freestyle shooter could have.
Correct.
Okay.
And the long stabilizer as well. So they can have a back bar, they just can't have it's basically Bowhunter Freestyle with a mover sight.
Gotcha. All right. Well, those look like a couple of good, solid shots in that turkey.
Yep, and I think that turkey is at around 25 yards, 23 yards, something like that. And that 10 ring on that is only about the size of a 50-cent piece. The 11 ring is about the size of a dime, so that's a tiny dot. It's a little misleading because you think it's the same size as all the others, but it's a much smaller and harder dot to hit.
All right.
So hopefully the stream is continuing. We get some notifications that the stream is poor or it's not as healthy, and so hopefully it's not glitching out too much on you. And if it is, we apologize. That's as fast as this internet will run where we're at, so that
Right.
affects how we live stream.
Right,
So,
and we are hooked in directly to the router, so we're getting as fast as we can, and
yeah, they
yeah.
look like they're downrange scoring again on their turkey target.
all right. All right, so they're just finishing up scoring again. And we'll come on back and we'll get a new group that will have their sights set on this turkey.
All right. So they're going to take a lunch break. It's a nice day here. It's around 60 degrees outside.
That's what we were saying.
I just walked out to check on something, and they've got a grill going. They got smoked sausages. Oh, here we come. Let's see. Here, pull
man.
that into here.
Let's see this.
Oh yeah, they got smoked
This is
sausages.
not-
They're doing hamburgers as
Oh
well.
man.
Yeah, hamburgers,
So-
hot dogs, and brats.
All right.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, and brats.
So we're
even
gonna
if you're
take a
not
break.
Here shooting,
No,
I'd say
you come down
and
and get
some
something.
food.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty a good little break. So what we'll do is we'll cut the stream off when they go cold for lunch, and then we'll come back right after lunch and finish out this first day of the qualifying scores. And
Yeah, sounds good. And we will, when we close out here, we'll set and schedule, so you should be able to see when it's going to go live next up.
Yep.
And again,
they'll
we
have a start
appreciate-
time.
We appreciate you sticking with us. And if you're interested in other shoots that we may have filmed or have live feeds from, remember you can go to our YouTube channel, Archery Northwest, and look for other films that we have created.
yeah, and we'll be doing more pro shops and more clubs around the Northwest throughout this spring and summer. We're scheduled to do the next things that we're going to be doing is we've got Fresno, the safari shoot the weekend before Reading, and we'll also so we'll do a little bit of filming there, but we're just going to go down there and set up our trailer and help pay for the trip, hopefully by selling a few things out of our mobile shop. And then we'll be at Reading, and we will try to do as much filming as we can in Reading as well.
Yeah, so like Joe mentioned before, although we are Archery Northwest here on the YouTube and supporting shops and clubs throughout the Pacific Northwest, we are also Archery World out of Oregon and Washington, where we have 4 local shops and our mobile pro shop, which we will be going to various shoots this summer, supporting and having our mobile shop available for bow work to sell, accessories that you may need up on the mountain. We'll be hitting the Northwest Mountain Challenges here in Tamarack, Idaho, in Hoodoo, Oregon, and Stevens Pass, Washington.
Yep, that schedule's out, so we'll try to get something up on our website at archeryworld.net to show the schedule for that as well. So don't mean to confuse you guys, but we rebranded our YouTube to Archery Northwest because we didn't want to make it look like it was an Archery World YouTube channel anymore. It's everybody in the Northwest's YouTube channel, so we want to be able to highlight the shops and the clubs in the area, get the archers familiar with their local shops, and get them in there shopping for the gear that they need to go out and target shoot and hunt.
Absolutely, yeah. So in no way is the Archery World mobile shop trying to replace anyone's local pro shop. Our mobile shop is truly.
Oh, hold on, we got
set
burgers
up.
too.
Oh,
So-
and here she is.
She's got a.
She's
Is that a double?
bringing-
That's a double cheeseburger. Oh,
Wow.
Double
So-
burger.
all right.
But we are not, our mobile pro shop, again, is not designed to replace any local pro shop. We are simply just on site to be support to the event. Maybe if you forgot something, in your bag that you normally travel with that you forgot, it might just be, we have it there for you to pick up. So again, our hope is that you are supporting your local pro shop. And then at these shoots, we are just an added resource for the club or shop that is putting on their event. So we appreciate you again tuning in with us. We're looking here at the turkey. I believe we got one more shoot prior to going to lunch. And individuals will, looking over scorecards, double checking, moving sights so that they don't shoot the same distance on accident that they shot on the last target.
Another reminder, if you shot target 11,
And
it's an automatic 11.
they are scoring here. So I'm thinking nobody must have shot this turkey, or else they got the yardage
No,
really wrong.
I think there was a gap in Archer, so we just didn't move the camera this time, guys. So we were focused on the lunch aspect.
So
So
everybody knows, as soon as you're done with your break, we will restart at noon